Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome everyone. So we're starting the 29th verse today, where Guru Nanak Dev Ji in the last verse started this dialogue with yogic masters who were so impressed by Guru Nanak Dev Ji that they felt that Guru Nanak Dev Ji should join the highest clan of yogis. But they were confused by Guru Nanak Dev Ji because he had all the knowledge and wisdom that even was superior to the yogis, but he didn't seem to have the external appearance of the yogis. And Guruji questions their appearance and says, actually, I carry the same symbols as you, but I don't do them in an external way. I actually change the way I think. I improve the way my mind is dressed rather than the way my body is dressed. So Guruji used the analogies of wearing the earrings of contentment and spreading meditation and awareness as the ash on my body. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji uses the same analogy, and what Guru is doing here is he's giving us, the listener, the reader, the qualities that we have to adopt, the characteristics that are needed by the student of the Guru, the student of enlightenment, using the analogy of yogis and their outer appearance and their characteristics. So the beginning of the 29th Pauri, Guru says, Pugat Gyan Daya Pandaran Kat Kat Vajhe Naad. Pugat means food, Gyan means wisdom. Daya is compassion. Pandaran is the name of a cook. Kat Kat, within each and every heart, Vajhe Naad, resounds the sound. So if we were to translate this line, we would say wisdom is food, compassion is the cook, and in each and every heart resounds the sound. So let's break this line up. Wisdom is the food. Food is what keeps us all alive. The reason we're alive is based on the food that we eat. The body needs only a few things to stay alive, which is food, air, water, and then some shelter. So food is a really important aspect of keeping the body alive and nourishing the body. And what happens with food is the food that you eat eventually gets transformed into your cells. Your very cells, your bones, your organs, your muscles are a direct result of the food that you've eaten. The food that you've eaten has been turned into these things. And just as people are fascinated by food, the smell of food, the taste of food, the sight of food, so Guruji is using the analogy that a student of the Guru is using the food of wisdom. The food of wisdom is what is exciting to the student. There is no other craving for the Sikh of the Guru. The only craving is the Gyan. Gyan is the food, the Guru's wisdom. So what happens when we eat food? When we eat food, all of our hunger disappears. All the hungers of the body disappear. And in the same way, when we consume the knowledge of the Guru, all of the hunger of the mind disappears. The mind becomes nourished when it listens and it consumes the wisdom of the Guru. And just as the body's hungers and pains disappear with food, the pain and the desires and the suffering of the mind disappears when we consume the wisdom of the Guru. But there is one difference between food of the body and food of the Guru's wisdom. The food of the body is to stay alive. the Guru's wisdom is to kill yourself. Now this might sound strange. Why would we want to kill ourselves? Here we're not talking about death of the body. Food is to keep the body alive, but the Guru's wisdom is to destroy your ego, to destroy your individuality, to destroy your self-identity. Your self-identity has been identified as the barrier to finding God. And we can say that the whole of JAPJI Sahib is an explanation of the first question that was asked of the Guru. Kiv sachiara hoye, kiv kure tutte pal. How do I find this permanent truth? How do I destroy the falsehood that's stopping me from realizing God? That was the very first question that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was asked. And Guruji started by talking about hukam. But in reality, the rest of JAPJI Sahib is an explanation of how do I find the truth. Guru explained the truth in the Mool Mantar, and then the rest of the JAPJI Sahib is how do I find that? What do I need to do in order to obtain an experience of that Ik Onkar? So this wisdom is allowing us to destroy the barrier between us and God. The barrier between us and God, between me and the divine, is the idea of me. The very idea that there is an I is your barrier to finding and connecting with the divine. When we learn to kill this I, when we learn to kill our self-identity, that's when we have learned how to truly live. Now there's a really interesting question here that we have to ask. Guru says wisdom is what we need. The Guru's Gyan, the wisdom of the Guru. The question we have to ask ourselves is, how do we know what is the real Gyan? What is real wisdom? How do we know which wisdom to trust? Every religion claims to have the truth. Every religion has a description of the divine and a set of rules to follow to find it, to follow it. So how do we know that the Guru is the authentic wisdom? How do we know that this is the final answer? How can we trust that this is the knowledge that will get us to God? And how does the spiritual seeker decide which is the right path to follow? Because all the religions claim that they have the answer. Now Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he travelled across the world, speaking to different people of different traditions, his message was the same every time. He told everyone to follow the Guru. And even the Bhagats who lived before Guru Nanak Dev Ji also said to follow the Guru. So the question is, what were they talking about? What is the knowledge, what is the Guru that they are advising everyone to follow? Was Guru Nanak Dev Ji talking about himself? Was he saying, follow me, I am the Guru? Was he talking about, follow my path, the teachings that I have to give to the world? Was he saying, follow the things that I've written? Because remember, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he's travelling around the world telling people to follow the Guru, there isn't much that he's written down at that point. In fact, some people would say that he didn't write much of his Bani down at all. He just sang all of his Bani. And in fact, it was some of the later Gurus who actually compiled them and wrote them all down. So when Guru is saying, follow the Guru, what does he leave people with? If he goes somewhere and says, follow the Guru, and then he walks away and travels to a different part of the world, what has he left them with? What is the Gyan that they have that they can follow? And in order to answer this question, we need to understand, what is the Guru? What does the Guru do? What is the Guru's job? The Guru only has one job. The Guru's job is to show you God. Any other faith, any other religion, any other spiritual tradition may talk about God and may require you to believe in God. But you can find the Guru when you find the way to realize and see God, to know God. Not just to believe in God, not just to understand God. God can be seen, God can be experienced, God can be felt, God can be heard. And this experience can be inside you and all around you. Without any middleman, without the need to worship some other temporary God, some other middleman between you and God. The Guru allows you to go straight to the source. The Guru's Gyan is the clarity that it gives you, that you may understand and you may actually know what is God. The Guru's Gyan gives you that. And it also gives you the way to find God, the way to know it. So how does the Guru do this? What is the answer that the Guru is giving us? What is this Gyan that the Guru has to reveal to the world? What Guru shows is the permanent nature of creation. The Guru is showing us that we can see creation all around us. But what the Guru is telling us is there is something behind that creation. And there is a way to see it. There's a way to know it. The Guru shows you how to see behind the mask of creation. We talk about nature, Qudrat, reality. But that's all a mask. There is something behind it. The Guru shows you how to distinguish between what is permanent and what is temporary. What is permanent and what is impermanent. Everything that society tells us to focus on is impermanent. Everything. From your job to your family, career, your lifestyle, your likes, your dislikes, even your beliefs, opinions, thoughts, everything is changeable. The Guru focuses on what the Guru calls such, always permanent. If we think back to the Mool Mantra, we think about Gur Prasad. With the Guru's gift, with the Guru's grace, Jap, you can know that which is Ad Sach, which has always been permanent, is permanent now and always will be permanent. That is what the Guru shows you. The Guru shows you a way of seeing the world where you can see what is permanent in the world, not what is temporary in the world. The Guru, in fact, has no interest in what is temporary in the world. Everything that's temporary, the Guru says, forget that. That's a distraction. The Guru is showing you what is permanent. And so this wisdom of the Guru isn't confined to one religion. The Sikhs don't own the Guru. The Guru is for the whole world. The Guru didn't just start with Guru Nanak Dev Ji, because Guru Nanak Dev Ji tells everyone to follow the Guru. So the Guru is something permanent as well. In the beginning of Sukhmani Sahib, we sing Aad Gure Namhe, Jugad Gure Namhe. There is the Guru that we bow down to, that is from the beginning, since the beginning of creation. Ad Gure Namah. So the Guru is also permanent, and the Guru shows you what is permanent. So the Guru doesn't really care what religion you belong to. The Guru doesn't care what label you put on yourself or what clothes you wear on the outside. That's not what the Guru has to show you, because all of those things are also temporary. Guru only has one question for you. And this is a question that you have to ask yourself. And the question is, do you want to know God? Do you want to see it? Do you want to feel it? Do you want to taste it? If you want to know God, you have to listen to the wisdom of the Guru. This is how the Guru is known. This is how we can understand what is the real truth in any religion, in any spiritual tradition. So the Guru's wisdom is something that we have to be consumed. The Guru's wisdom is something that we as a student have to take within us.